Hey everybody. Today's discussion question is, do you use a package manager and which one? So, I use Linux, and so I do use package managers. I actually use more than one package manager on the regular. It's not uncommon for me to use a package manager on many different versions of Linux. The first one that I use most often is going to be called Pacman. So if I type sudo pacman switch Sierra Yankee Yankee uniform, hit enter, that will go in and it will check to see if I need a full system update. Over here, I can do sudo apt update, sudo apt upgrade, switch Y if I need it, and that will then go in, and this is Ubuntu's version of a package manager. What is the purpose of a package manager? A package manager will help you by keeping track of what packages have been installed, what dependencies need to be installed, and in the event that you uninstall software, you can also then automatically clean up the system by removing said dependencies. Package Manager is incredibly useful, and while I am using package managers here under Linux, both Arch/Manjaro as well as under Ubuntu, you actually have access to package managers that are available for Macintosh as well as Windows. The Windows package manager is going to be called Chocolatey. You can come here to chocolatey.org and then you can install this. I use this on my AWS systems, and the reason why is you can install Chocolatey and then you can create a file that keeps track of all of the applications that you install on the regular, and then whenever you don't need your EC2 instance, like if I'm going to be on holiday or I don't have to worry about teaching classes for a while or whatever, I can actually shut down and then destroy and therefore save money by not having that Amazon AWS EC2 instance. And then when it's time to do class, a day or two before class starts, what I'll do is I'll spin up that Windows box and then I'll run Chocolatey through via script, and that will go in and it'll install all of the applications I need. And I'll usually just let that run overnight. And then by morning, I can come back to the system and I have a fully running Windows box with all of the applications that I want. Under Macintosh, if you're a Macintosh user, you have access to what's called Brew. Brew is a very, very powerful tool that can be used for managing packages under Mac. I recommend using Brew, I recommend using Chocolatey, and I recommend using Pacman whenever possible. Pick yourself up a package manager for the appropriate system that you use and start using it. There's really no reason to. One of the greatest benefits of running a package manager under Windows is I can go in and I can do Choco upgrade all, and it will go in and take every single application that I have installed and it will automatically update it to the latest version. And I don't have to go in and do it individually. I don't have to wait to open the application and then find out that, oh, there's an update available and then hit yes or anything like that. You can also script it so every day at 3 o'clock in the morning, Chocolatey can actually run and update every single one of your applications. And then whenever you roll out of bed around 6 a.m. to get to work, then your system will already be completely up to date and ready to go. So you don't have to worry about being interrupted in the middle of your workday by a whole bunch of different items that all need to be updated. I don't typically automate my updates under Linux. I do it by hand, but I have a reminder. The system will go in, and it'll check, and it'll come back, and it'll let me know, hey, you have updates that are ready and available. When are you ready to do these? I'll usually do them by hand, and I'll just monitor the process. And you could do that as well. But what I have found is it takes seconds to update a Linux computer, whereas with a Windows box, with all of the things that have to be done in order for that Windows box to successfully update all of its applications, it multiply the amount of time to update everything on a Windows machine by 3 or 4x. Okay, so with that said, it is still much more convenient would be the word. It is much more convenient and much better to use a package manager to have that available to you. But just because you're using a package manager under Windows or whatever does not necessarily mean that you're going to have the exact same experience that you would have if you had switched to something like Linux. But it is better than nothing. So that's what I think about package managers, and I recommend that you learn to use them, and I recommend that you use one on whatever system that it is that you have, because having a package manager and using one will make your life infinitely easier once you have familiarized yourself with the tool and integrated it into your workflow. So, do you use a package manager? If so, which one? Why? And has it changed how you work for the better? Or do you miss the good old days of having to individually chase down updates for every single application? Would love to hear your opinions on this. Thanks.